I want to be. I want to be livid. Jehovah knows I want to be livid. Jehovah, is there any reason for us to be livid about this? No. So it's a good thing I'm talking to another person versus sitting here talking to myself as if I'm a third person in this conversation. So, after some review with the entire situation, from the girls being on the panels to what's going on with R. Kelly now and the disrespect for law by everyone, allowing people to be a part of conversations they shouldn't be a part of, women, females just coming out of the woodwork, and I'm hearing their messaging and their calling and texting, and all of this stuff is going on, and you're not even supposed to be mixing and mingling with these people, but they have full access to you. I'm the only one on the planet who doesn't have any contact with anybody like that. No emails, no phone numbers. Everybody else is talking, just doing all types of stuff behind the scenes. Getting involved in my cases because why? Because you guys aren't creative enough to go and do your own business. This business will be mine. Listen, you all don't know what you're doing. So therefore, it couldn't be what it is you're doing. Does that make sense to you? You all don't know what you're doing. Otherwise, you would not be doing what it is you're doing if you knew what you were doing. Why aren't you all blocking each other and staying away from each other? Where is your creativity that you can't come up with other forms of content? Because you're good enough, just not good enough to not be doing the stuff that you need to be blocking yourselves from. So rather than doing that and being responsible adults, you want to complicate my work. Because I've done nothing for you out here. From what I can see, from the women to the men, I have done nothing to deserve any level of anything from you. According to what Jehovah is showing me. Like, you guys are just not interested in me, anything I have to say. You will try at it, but you won't really put on the new personality. And that's what I am looking for. That's what I need. There is a man that is sitting in prison, and you guys are arguing about his case rather than being on the phone with the right people to be trying to navigate his freedom. And everybody wants to be his voice out here. Nobody's being his voice out here. You all are not being anybody's voice out here. The man is sitting in prison while you guys are out here arguing on panels. That's helping him. That's bringing attention to the problem. Or is that you just being so selfish of another person's life that now it becomes your argument on a platform? On any platform. Who are you people? Like, really, like, what are you even doing? Oh, that's right. You are men and you are women and you can do what you want to do, and this is what you're doing with your time. And Mr. Kelly actually thinks that this is helping him. This is not helping him. It is so congested with it has Satan's thumbprint all over it. It can't be anything coming from Jehovah. Jehovah does not work like that. And we're going to keep this man protected because he's already been violated. Regardless of what everybody else feels, thinks, and believes of the situation, the man has a right to his natural human God-given rights, which have nothing to do with anyone else that is not actually helping him with that. Now, talking about it and saying you're going to do something and acting like you're going to do something and thinking that you're out here you're bringing so much negative attention to it that he doesn't need your help. He just doesn't need none of you females, none of you men. He doesn't need your help. I would not want your help if I was R. Kelly and you guys were out here, ain't no way. Like, please, Look, I'm hiring a special lawyer just to get these people to stop talking about me because they're doing nothing but damaging my case that is still wide open. You guys are discussing an open court case, giving no thought to him, giving no thought to what the whole point of this was about, not talking about open court cases, because remember, this is a problem. So now the people who have a problem with it are actually doing it, and they're dragging the ops into it. How do you drag the ops into it? Because you want the ops to be in agreement with and to anchor what you just said. Let me give you an example. I'm in a room with 4 people. One of those 4 people don't like me. So I'm having a conversation with the other 3 people. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the person who doesn't like me happens to agree with me. Now I say, see, so-and-so said the same thing that I said. No. I don't need to anchor a word of truth up against the agreement or disagreement of another human being. The truth stands on its own. I don't need to anchor that anywhere. It's already anchored onto Jehovah. Even more so, I sure as heck wouldn't try to anchor it on somebody who I know is a known op. You all have these weird, convoluted love-hate relationships with each other like you need each other for content. All of these people who were never here in your life through your accomplishments, and you're here now, you now need these ops for content and to make your life so-called better. Ain't no way. And you wonder why I unsubbed. And you wonder why I unsubbed. Well, they say, well, don't go back over there. Don't look, don't listen. I'm working. You guys have already involved me in something that I am a full-blown witness to, everything across the board. But everybody wants to be chumming up with the ops and be in agreement with the ops. Do not care. Even when they're in agreement with you, they are doing that to draw your attention to them and away from the importance of the matter. And that's it. It's not because they care to agree with you. They're doing it for their own selfish gain. And you guys fall into the trap of that all of the time. You have these just crude, rude women up on your panels over and over again. You have these rude, crude men up on your panels. This is you. It's like you like living in an abusive bubble, right? So I put this protective bubble over someone, right? And I close the door to the bubble and tell them, don't open it. The only way you can open this bubble is from the inside. So don't open it, right? So then all of a sudden, all the reasons why I put this person in the bubble start coming around. Now they're surrounding the bubble. Now the person in the bubble just cracks the door just a little bit. Oh yeah, you're cute, you know. I'll let her in. You guys can just watch her be in here. Okay, so now she's in there. But she's in there. But she done brought everything in there that was on the outside in with her. So now that is also in there with you. And eventually you're going to get tired inside of that bubble. You're going to need to go to sleep. And now that she's inside of that bubble with you, she also has the ability to open up the door to your bubble to let other people in while you're sleeping. And that's exactly what has happened. If you don't want her in there, if you don't want this mess in your bubble, then I should be seeing a process of elimination from people. I mean, serious, thought through, heartfelt elimination, because you're not going to complicate my work by making your emotions and your feelings and your desires for women and attention and all of this other stuff to affect what it is I'm doing. That's not what we're going to do over here. That's not what Jehovah is doing. That's not what I'm doing. Now, if you guys want to continue to be a part of that, I will just go about blocking everyone. I will block everyone, because apparently what it is I have been doing this entire time, up until this very date, considering everybody else, all of the conversations, all of the disrespect, the slaps in the face, the indirect, all of it is your guys' mess. This is your guys' mess. This doesn't even have anything to do with me. But it was out of pure love that I came to protect. But you know what? Just like any other person who tries to protect, you all don't want this type of protection. You want to complicate the situation by driving on your own mindset rather than allowing Jehovah to guide you to where you need to be in order to get his work done, because you're not doing his work. You're doing your work right now. And I am so turned off. I'm so turned off. I can't even believe that Mr. Kelly's business is being splattered about like this. I can't, considering what I've been out here trying to clean up for the last few years, just to turn around and let it happen to somebody else. And just, why wasn't this taken care of behind the scenes where I have been? And everybody acts like, oh, well, y'all move a lot. Y'all talk a lot. It looks like y'all doing a lot, right? It's just like somebody who comes in to clean a house and they just start moving stuff around on the counter, right? All they're doing is rearranging stuff. They ain't take a rag to wipe anything down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to be the weird one. I am trying to stay. I am trying to stay. That's where the point that I am at this point. I'm trying to stay. Like I'm pushing myself to stay. Does that make sense? But I'm doing it because I need Jehovah to give me full verification that I just need to leave and block. Because I don't see the progress that I need to be seeing at the time. It's good for a moment and then it goes right back to square one. I'm not with that. It's either forward or nothing. Y'all ain't gonna be dragging me back and forth with your nonsense. I am not doing that. And I will not miss it when I leave it alone either. I don't want to have to break myself off. And I've already partially done it. It's only going to take one more push of a button to completely eliminate it for myself. And I'm not trying to do that. You all want my feelings to be invested. No, your feelings are so invested that your emotional state is allowing you to make some pretty poor choices for yourself, for your cases, and what it is you're doing. If you are looking to have any type of evidence for yourselves, you need to go about it the right way. And that does not include going and hanging out with your ops, because then your cases are going to be thrown out just as well as R. Kelly's case needs to be thrown out and retried. That's where I'm at with the rest of you. Because from the ops side and from the other side, it just looks all bad. You looks like a big orgy. It looks like a big orgy where everybody is trying to, clean their hands, whether they're innocent or not. Y'all look like you're in it together. And it's my fault that I'm saying this, though, right? Even though I've been telling y'all to stop doing what you're doing, this is my fault. Now you mad at me because I'm saying this, right? Yeah. You guys can keep anchoring the truth up against your ops if you want to, but I'm going to anchor the truth up against Jehovah because he is the one that is telling the truth, which is clear that I cannot rely on the words of other people. You keep going back to where this girl is. I can't. I want to so bad. I want to, and I'm trying, but I'm not going to try for too much longer. I promise. I'm not. I'm literally forcing myself right now. I would never deal with this. Look, you guys are on my grace right now, and that's period.